So the past 2 episodes of Boruto, I know I'm late or whatever, but we got the revelation. Well, some people might have not caught it. Personally, I think it's clear as day after the latest episode on who's been behind everything with the ghost incident, so to speak. I mean, if you put them together, and this isn't speaking off spoilers, because even the spoilers never said who it was that's the bandit that's doing all of this. So based on everything, you can kind of pretty much piece together who's been doing what and what's going on. We see Mitsuki with the person with the mask that was seemingly responsible for all of this, and then we see Mitsuki in the hospital with Sumire, the, class rep and whatnot. It's obviously either Sumire's mom, both of them, something along the lines of that. Maybe her mother was a previous Anbu member and left her this mission behind to fuck shit up. Maybe she's unconsciously doing it. There's definitely a bunch of different possibilities as to why she's doing it, but it's clear as day that it's Sumire. I'm not the most wild about it, to be honest with you. I'm not like, oh my god, Sumire, yes, because I never really cared about the character that much. It was just kind of like, oh, she's the Hinata wannabe. I guess it broke that little archetype that she was getting boxed in by the fans of like, oh, she's supposed to be the Hinata. Definitely not Hinata after this one, especially if she's consciously and knowingly doing these things. You're not Hinata, bruh. And then just seeing the monster and everything, like, a lot of these past 2 episodes had a lot of good stuff. Like, some things that, as a fan of the character, I wasn't too fond of was how Naruto kind of treated Boruto in a way. I get where he's coming from and whatnot, but I wasn't a big fan of kind of seeing Naruto being essentially a dick. When you got Shino having to defend and be there for Boruto over Naruto, I get you gotta be a parent, but you also gotta be a little bit understanding. And I know the fandom, up until we get past the Boruto Naruto the movie stuff, where Boruto kind of grows up and matures for, his disdain for the Hokage and Naruto himself or whatever, I think people are still gonna be kind of upset with Boruto. But personally, I can kind of understand them. You gotta look at it from this perspective. Up until Naruto became Hokage, he was there for Boruto. He was there for Himawari. He got used to being around his dad. This is a young kid, mind you. He grew up with his dad. All of a sudden, his dad's not around. So he resents the idea of what happened to his dad. And it's kind of, if we're getting a little deep, it's almost as if Naruto's gone and a piece of his heart is not there no more. And he doesn't understand why in that regard. Like, why can't I just have my dad back? So it's, maybe you argue selfish or whatever, but I totally get it. And yeah, we're looking at it as Naruto went through way harder stuff than you will ever face, kid. Yeah, we get that. But that doesn't change the fact of what he's going through. It's kind of like, let's put it in this perspective, right? You lost, and I think I might have said this before, but we'll go through it again. You lost your job, you're damn near on the verge of suicide, you hate life, you're lonely, all blah blah blah, right? You're just having a really bad time in life, and somebody says, oh, cheer the fuck up, there's kids starving in Africa, you don't know nothing about struggling. So because somebody else has worse problems, that defeats the point of me having problems. You gotta see, yeah, maybe it is petty problems. He has daddy issues, right? Well, so does, like, I don't know, fucking 75% of America, you know what I'm saying? Like, he has daddy issues, but that doesn't change the fact that he's going through something. It may be small and minuscule, especially again compared to Naruto losing his parents at birth, Sasuke's whole village and his people being slaughtered or whatever, but he's still going through something. So it is minuscule in comparison to other people, but he's going through something. So I get Boruto's character, and I will really be happy as well when we get past this point, but he's still here right now. This is a prequel to all of that shit. This is even a prequel to the Naruto Gaiden manga. So analyzing Boruto's character, I get it. I'm not mad at it. I'm not annoyed with it, because it's like, my dad ain't there no more. What the fuck, So I feel it. I mean, seeing these episodes, kind of Himawari a little bit here or there was nice. I think Mitsuki has definitely become a pivotal part. I'm kind of disappointed, but then not at the same time regarding Mitsuki's involvement in things. I thought really he was going to be involved with all of this, but apparently based on, he's talking to somebody, which we all know who the fuck he's talking to, seems like he's reporting more. It may not necessarily be bad. Maybe just Orochimaru, which we know that has to be who he's talking to, is the one involved and is thinking, I want to look out for the village and I'm using my son to do so, which won't be a bad thing at all. And you can't say, oh, it's evil or whatever. He just wants to know what's going on. Maybe he wants to guide Boruto into the direction that his father was in by using Mitsuki, something like that, which that's totally fine. As a whole, and I know this is going to be kind of short or whatever, but past 2 episodes were alright. I'm not the biggest fan of the Sumire revelation, but it is kind of cool that is not just focusing in on characters from the previous series, you know what I'm saying? Sumire is a new character. We're getting a little bit more. I wish she would have been focused on a little bit more in some of these episodes. I know they probably wanted to throw us off from thinking who it could truly be, so that's why we didn't get a ton of Sumire, but it also makes you question, well, was she really around for each and every one of these incidents? You know what I'm saying? What's going on there? So kind of makes me wonder in that regard. Kind of curious what you guys think about it, though. I know I focused mainly in on the revelation from the previous episode, but what do you think about the past 2 episodes? What do you think about Sumire being the one behind all of these ghost incidents? Do you think that her mother is still alive, or she's seeking vengeance for her mother? Also, what do you think is the big end game for all this? Do they just want to destroy Konoha? Next episode preview looks lit as fuck. Seeing it looks like the Ninetales is attacking again, so kind of got a little nostalgia there, seeing Kakashi and everybody. And your overall thoughts of all this? I'm excited nonetheless to see what the big, you know, fight is going to be, because it seems as though we're finally edging into a direction of not just having the freak of the week bullshit, which I've complained about before, I wasn't fond of. Now we're getting into, okay, that's done, let's get into the meat of things, let's get into the big struggle, let's get into the reasoning behind Sumire or her mom or both of them doing these things. I'm looking forward to it. But again, your overall thoughts of all this? Boruto been alright, you know. I'm just looking forward to next episode and beyond of getting into the reasoning for them doing this. But that's all I have for this one. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. If you liked anything I had to say or enjoyed the video, drop me a like. I'd greatly appreciate it. And if you want more from me, make sure to subscribe, follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and stalk my Facebook to get more when the video ends. I'm ForneverWorld, and as always, people, have an awesome day.